Coming up on this week's edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
The annual NCBA Trade Show has something for everyone in the beef industry, and all under one roof. Today, we're taking a look at some products and services that are sure to improve your efficiency, productivity, and profitability.
And now, NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen.
Hello and welcome to NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. I'm Kate Maher. Thanks for spending time with us. A lot of people are still talking about CattleCon 24. For some, the best part was the NCBA Trade Show with multiple acres of exhibitors all under one roof. We asked some attendees why it's a highlight of the event.
The value of the NCBA Trade Show is that we can find technology or meet new people and understand what other operations are doing that could be valuable for us at our operation.
It's just a wonderful trade show at CattleCon. Lots of different vendors, from machinery to cattle vaccines to software and everything to make your operation more efficient.
The trade show is something that you'll never experience anywhere else. It is acres of vendors and producers interacting with one another. We get to not only see the new products coming out, but we get to actually dive into how they could help us.
The value of the NCBA Trade Show is the what's new, what's coming, and the people that you meet during your visit at the trade show.
I can't imagine, if you can't find it here, you're not going to find it. I look forward to it every year. Technology, new technologies, new innovations, what's out there to make our life easier.
The value of the NCBA Trade Show, just for the dollars and cents and all the education, get to talk to all the vendors and look at what you're going to purchase next to keep the operation running smooth.
I think it's just inspires you to do better in your job because there's things that can help you.
The NCBA Trade Show has something for everyone in the beef industry. So we stopped by several of the exhibitors' displays to find out more about the latest technology and equipment available to producers. Let's take a look.
American agriculture is made up of millions of operations that are family-based. And today I'm with Zoetis, an organization that is celebrating that bond that goes on for generations. With me today, Clint Mefford, the head of communications for Zoetis. Clint, tell us just a little bit about this campaign you started this last fall called Born of the Bond. Why did you start that campaign?
Right, so it was important for Zoetis to tell the story of producers, our beef producers in the United States, and especially a story about transitional farming, right? It's something that all of our customers are facing all over the country, and for us to focus on one family and share their story of community, cattle, and well-being, and just to celebrate this way of life was really important to us.
And I have to say, you picked quite a family. Tell us a little bit about why you chose the Schuler family for this first episode.
Well, first off, they're great advocates for the beef industry. They're innovative, they've been in this for decades, but at the same time, they're going through a transition. So David, of course, who we'll hear from, is going through that with his family currently, but him and his wife are great supporters of their community, they're involved, and at the same time, they are in an amazing place in this country in the Sandhills of Nebraska, right? One of the best stories that we have in the cattle industry for sustainability is the Sandhills of Nebraska.
And David Schuler, you come to us from Schuler Red Angus of Bridgeport, Nebraska. Tell us a little bit about what it felt like to be selected to serve as a spokesperson.
Yeah, when Zoetis came to us with this opportunity, we had to jump at it. And I don't think we quite knew what we were getting ourselves into when they came to the ranch with their SUVs and company crew. And it was just a special moment to be able to share the story. I say the best days of ranching are when we get to share our story, and I appreciate being able to do that. And Zoetis put together such an incredible episode series with it. And I don't think we have a very unique story. I think it's happening across the nation in this transitional period. And I enjoy the challenges I had, and looking back now and what we have to go in the future, I think it's something that we're all gonna have to see in our futures in family farms and ranches.
One of the things that really struck me about what I saw was your dad made a comment. He always wanted you to come back, but he said it had to be his decision. How did you make that decision to come back to the home ranch?
Yeah, I was blessed in college to have an opportunity to, for one, have an opportunity to go to college, and two, have the opportunity to come back to the operation after that full time. And I have to thank my grandparents, my parents for that. And I had to think hard about the opportunities that college led me with careers, corporate, my friends that I made there that to this day has built me. But I brought all that back to the operation. I had to choose 100% one or the other. And when I chose 100% to come back to the ranch, it was a hard time, a stressful time of what that looks like. I know that I'm not the only one seeing that happen, but when now that I'm 4 or 5 years down the road, I know I made the right decision, and I get to bask in the flowers of that.
Yeah, and you said it right. I think there are a lot of people like you who are trying to make that decision, and similarly, a lot of families trying to figure out how they're going to incorporate the next generation in and make it all work financially. And as a friend of mine, the Browns say, keep the family in the ranch and the ranch in the family. What advice would you give other folks in your shoes who might be considering coming back as a next generation?
I'd say the first step is to write down intent. And that could be on the back of a napkin all the way to contract. But the intent has to be there before anything. So you know where everyone would stand in the family, whether that's siblings, parents, grandparents, maybe even your hired hands, what we see the future is. And now we have something to start our conversations with. And when we have those conversations now, that helps so much more than having to have it at a time that's not quite of a likely time to have it. And we hope to have it done before those moments happen.
That's great advice. Thank you both. And if you want to learn more and see more from the Born to the Bond series, go to borntothebond.com.
Up next on Cattlemen to Cattlemen, you'll learn about some more cutting-edge products that are making a big difference in the beef industry. Stay with us.
Weeds will rob me of my investments. The weeds are not palatable to cows. They will not eat them, or if they do eat them, some of them may be toxic. So there's a return on investment by allowing there to be more grass available to be grazed by the cattle.
CattleCon's headed to San Antonio, February 4th through 6th, 2025, where farmers and ranchers gather to shape our industry's future. Remember, if you ain't at the table, you might just be on the menu. Check out the latest in ranching at the Texas-sized NCBA Trade Show. Network, learn, and grow your operation. Don't miss this chance to steer the cattle biz in San Antonio, where the Alamo spirit lives on. Visit convention.ncba.org for details. CattleCon 2025, where the beef industry meets.
Are you concerned about the impact government policies could have on your cattle business? One way to make your voice heard in Washington is by joining NCBA. When you join, you'll be part of the nation's oldest and largest national cattle industry organization that has a professional team working in Washington, D.C. on issues that matter to cattle-producing families nationwide. Don't stay on the sidelines. Make your voice heard by joining NCBA today at the website ncba.org.
Well, for ranchers, herd health is everything. And for over 50 years, our friends at New Dart have been helping ranchers across America do exactly that, keeping their herds healthy. And joining us from New Dart is their Josh Newton. And I guess for folks maybe just learning about your company, tell us about how you've been serving America's beef cattle industry for over 50 years now.
It's good to be with you today, Russell. Thanks for having us. New Dart is a remote delivery manufacturing company, and we deliver and provide remote delivery services for wildlife and livestock industries.
Maybe describe a little bit more about some of the unique features that New Dart has to offer cattle producers.
Absolutely. We have really two primary product segments. One is our RDDs, or remote delivery devices. The other is the projectors, or the dart guns themselves. On the RDD side, we are the only manufacturer that has the patented ability to be able to reduce the rate of injection of our RDDs at the animal. We're really proud of that. On the projector side, each projector is fitted with a unique product, a critical feature, and that is the adjustable power control setting. That power control setting enables producers to be able to reduce the rate of that speed of RDD at the animal, and ultimately providing great care and quality of that animal.
Why is that impact speed important?
You know, we know from many studies that if you hit the animal too hard with an RDD, it can cause a subcutaneous hematoma, and that's just a blood buildup under the skin, and that may cause induction times of those medications that are critical to that animal care, and we really don't want that.
You know, you were telling me too that needle length is critically important to be conscious of.
It is. You know, there's recommendations obviously from the drug and antibiotic manufacturers, and there's specific applications for those. And we want to be able to provide different needle lengths, whether that be for a subcutaneous injection or an intramuscular injection. And we have CC capacity also that allows for those RDDs to be tailored for a specific application. So if you need to do a sub-Q application, you can do that. You need to have various CC capacities, you can do that as well, and IM as well.
Well, it sounds like an exciting tool that's available to cattle producers across the country. You know, let's talk next a little bit about the inventory and the production numbers themselves.
Yeah, thank you for asking that question. You know, over the past few years, we've experienced some supply chain interruptions. We're happy to say that those are behind us and that inventory has scaled back up. In 2023, we've made more RDDs and shipped more RDDs than any time in the previous 55 years of the company, and we're not stopping there.
Hey, that is good news. Let's wrap up just talking a little bit about the future and everything going on with New Dart.
Yep, I look at the future as very bright. There's so many applications for our product. I look at the American cattlemen across the nation, and I feel like there's a resiliency there and also a willingness to innovate. And I know those are some of our core values. We're really happy to be a part of that cattle industry, and we're just glad to be here.
Absolutely. Well, thank you for your time.
My pleasure.
For sharing some of the exciting news going on at New Dart. Again, proudly serving America's beef cattle industry with everything that we've been mentioning today. In the meantime, though, if you do want to learn more, you can jump online and visit them at newdart.com.
Still to come, we've got to look at more goods and services that could be a valuable addition to your farm or ranch. Stay with us.
National Cattlemen's Beef Association would like to thank our gold partners. Their support allows us to continue being the trusted leader and definitive voice of the U.S. cattle and beef industry.
Cattle producers across the country work hard to care for their animals and their land. The USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service is there to help. Find out how you can work with NRCS to develop a conservation plan for your operation. Find possible funding resources for implementing conservation practices, or get free expert advice on ways to improve your farm or ranch. Visit the website nrcs.usda.gov today.
Did you know you can get reimbursed for attending cattle industry educational events? The Rancher Resilience Grant helps cattle producers attend valuable programs such as Cattlemen's College and Stockmanship and Stewardship training sessions. Local, state, and national events qualify for the grant, and successful applicants can receive money back to help cover registration fees and hotel expenses. To apply for the Rancher Resilience Grant, go to ncba.org and click on the Producer tab.
As farmers and ranchers, we can't avoid risk, but we can learn to manage it. And with me now is somebody who's built a business around risk management, Kevin Charleston with Specialty Risk Insurance. Kevin, thanks for coming here today.
Thanks for having me.
Tell us a little bit about your business.
You know, we're in the insurance business, first of all. And so one of the things that, several things we work on, but we insure everything from the dirt to the plate. Mm-hmm. So we've talked about that, in different conversations we've had. And we do everything from your farm insurance to your cattle insurance while you're at the farm level, to the trucking, to the livestock auction, from the livestock auction to the packer. And we insure several packers too as well. So we touch every piece of it and we do a lot of grain business, so everything that's fed to them, we work on that side too as well. Mm-hmm. So about anything in the livestock industry or grain industry we work on, from even the elevators right on back down to the grain haulers, right back to every aspect of what we do, we touch. And we do the property, liability, workers' compensation, livestock insurance, and then we do a lot of LRP for the actual price protection on the calves. So,
of course, you're based in Carthage, Missouri, but when I was with you there at the Four States Farm Show this summer, what I discovered is you really do business nationwide. Tell us a little bit how you're able to cover the entire nation.
We're in about probably 40, 45 states that we work in. We actively work in about probably 20 or 25, but we have a lot of referrals from other states. So we have an office in Carthage, Joplin, Circoxie, and Nevada, kind of in that southwest corner. But then we have one in Cave Creek, Arizona, Buffalo, Texas, Fairfield, Texas down there. And then we have also an agent in Purcell, Oklahoma, one in Shakota, Oklahoma, eastern Colorado up there by you. We have Shane up there now. And then we just we recently brought on a lady in California. So we're pretty spread out, but we still are, our main base is in Carthage, so a lot of our service comes out of Carthage, but our salespeople are scattered all over the United States, so they can service anywhere.
You bet. You mentioned LRPs, and I've noticed that a lot of your social media advertising, even your advertisements on RFD, have been focused on LRPs. Tell our audience a little bit about what those are and how they can capitalize on livestock risk protection.
You know, that's been a big thing. In the last 3 years, we got really involved with the LRP process. They've been around for a while, but as the government decided to subsidize them, probably help the farmer protect their pricing standpoint, it has been a really strong tool for us. And we had a lot of cattle last summer. We got locked up for next summer for people, a lot of 8 weights in the 280s range, you know, and hopefully they don't have to depend on it. Hopefully the market goes back past that. But man, that's a 50-cent spread in the market right now. That's a $450 on one steer difference, you know, right now. And we had a lot of that go on last summer. A lot of people took advantage of that and put themselves in a position to maintain their equity and not let it get away. But we do a lot of that right now, even for the cow-calf operators.
Yep.
Man, you know, you're having calves this spring, we can lock them in this fall or give you at least a floor.
Yep.
And listen, you don't have to buy the highest one. It gets a lot cheaper if you come off the market, $10 or $15. Well, you're not going broke at $2.50 a pound. Yep. You know, but we have time when it shifts typically. Doesn't look like it right now. We always think there's never going to be another bad day, but LRP's been a really strong product to help our customers protect themselves. So we've really pushed that, and it ties into everything else we do. We're already doing a lot of the other protection for them on their farm insurance and all the other things that we work with on day in and day out. So,
well, there's no doubt. One thing about risk management, you're okay until you're not.
That's right.
And we appreciate.
It's too late then.
That's right. We appreciate folks like you who can help us manage through those risks that we deal with in agriculture. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
If you'd like to learn more about specialty risk insurance and its product and service offering, go to specialtyrisk.ag.
After the break, we've got a look at more products and technologies that can make life easier on your farm or ranch. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
You work hard to feed your herd and maintain your property. John Deere 6 Series tractors give you choices that fit your operation. 6E tractors are simple and easy to use around your ranch. See all the angles when moving snow or maneuver easily in tight spots with 6M tractors. Get more power and premium comfort with 6R tractors. Mixing feed, weighing bales, and loading goods have never been easier with new loader technologies on 6Rs. Ask your John Deere dealer to learn more.
Join the National Cattlemen's Beef Association. NCBA is the oldest and largest national cattle industry organization working to defend your interests in Washington, D.C. And there are big benefits to being a member. You'll get news you can use in the National Cattlemen, email updates in the NCBA Beef Bulletin, plus big discounts only for NCBA members. Join by calling 866-233-3872 or online at ncba.org.
This beef quality assurance tip is funded by the Beef Checkoff.
Hi, Jolie Fitzsimons here to talk to you today about the Beef Quality Assurance Program and our online BQA modules. The BQA program is an important part of the beef industry. It helps to build consumer confidence and ensures that we're taking care of our animals the right way. The online modules are a great way for producers to stay up to date on their knowledge and certifications. We have 3 courses: cow-calf, Stalker Backgrounder, and Feed Yard. All 3 of these courses are also available in Spanish. They're free online and take about 2 to 3 hours to complete. If you don't have that time, the great thing about the modules is that you can come back to them later as it saves your progress. Our states also host in-person trainings. You can find more about these in-person trainings and our online modules at bqa.org.
The Beef Quality Assurance Program is funded by the Beef Checkoff.
Well, for cattle producers, maximizing efficiency is very important to their operation, and one way they can do exactly that is by utilizing proper cattle handling equipment. And joining us from Rawhide Portable Corrals is Heather Dallas. And Heather, you're the daughter of John McDonald, the founder of Rawhide Portable Corrals. And truly, for over 22 years now, you guys have been innovators in this area, helping ranchers across this great country of ours maximize efficiency, get the right cattle handling equipment on their farms and ranches. And this year is nothing different. Give us some of the details about what's new with you guys.
Sure. So yes, for 22 years, my dad has been the innovator, and it's been really cool for us to watch as his kids. All the years, if he sees a problem, he fixes it. Through all these 22 years, we continue to make new changes. And this year, we have a new patented change that we're very excited about. He has added a torsion axle suspension system to our corrals. And so now, not only will it make the ride smoother for you as the driver, but it's going to make it easier on your corral as well as easier on that really expensive vehicle that you're driving it with. So, we want to protect you and your vehicle, and it's also going to come with brakes. And so we've got that as one of our new patents. And then we also have a racking system that was patent pending, and we found out today it's officially patented. So it's an exciting week for Rawhide.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Well, congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. But, just taking it a step further, when we talk about portable corral systems, how important is it, or how cool is it, let me put it that way, for these ranchers to be able to take something like this from Rawhide Portable Corrals, take the system itself to where the cattle is at versus vice versa?
No, it's easier, but it saves so much time, the efficiency. When we were kids, it was a process, even a 2-day process. You got to take your panels, you're going to set things up, you got to take your horses, catch your cows, take them home, bring them back. Now it's all in one thing. You take your corral, you do it all in one place, you go home. And we have one of our customers online, he posted that the 2 times his wife has been the most mad at him. The first time was when he came home with the corral, second time for not buying it sooner. So, it's a game changer.
Yeah, well, that's a win for him, for
it's
sure.
A win for
at
everybody.
the end of the day, it's a win for him and for everybody. You're right.
For everybody.
As we talk about Rawhide Portable Corrals, I think it's really important that we note that you guys truly are a family-run business out of Abilene, Kansas.
Yes.
Tell us more.
Oh, it's exciting. So when Rawhide first started, we joked, we were all in high school and junior high, so my dad did it out of necessity because his manual labor was going. But no, so it was just my dad. He was by himself, he was building them, going to farm shows, doing the sales calls. And Rawhide went through a lot in those early phases, and my mom joined the team. And when my mom joined, they continued to grow, and eventually my brother joined in sales. My sister's been there for 10 years. She helps run the office, she does all the business stuff. And then now in September, I joined the team. I've been a nurse practitioner for 11 years, and I actually stepped away because I feel so passionately about this business and about my family, and I want to do everything I can to help them and also to help other people know who we are at Rawhide, what we represent, and how awesome this product is. Everyone should have one.
Well, they should, and you're doing an amazing job, and it might just be the right medicine you needed to keep your sanity.
That's right.
And
right.
Let's kind of wrap things up by just explaining, some of the different models you guys have.
Sure. So we have 3 different models that all come in 3 different sizes, and our most popular model that most people refer back to is the processor. That is what we have behind us right here. It was my dad eventually kind of added this in, and it has the permanent hydraulic alley, the permanent transport wheels. It's all hydraulic. We've now added that torsion to it. You can get it with a loading chute, you can add a head gate, and it really can do everything for you. The other model we have is the Classic, and that is a throwback to his original design. It still has the same capacity as our processor, but it does not have the permanent alley. It has a temporary alley that can be formed in 2 sizes, a size for calves and a size for cows. It's a more affordable option. You do have to remove the transport wheels, but it's a great corral still, and we still sell a lot of those. And then a couple years ago, he invented the Rancho Deluxe, and it is our largest corral. It can hold up to 600 head, steer weight, and you can form 4 pens for sorting, and it's a really good catch pen. It doesn't have an alley at this time. We're working on that. It's got dual wheels because it's heavier, but it's a great corral for people just needing to catch a lot of cattle. And so we feel like we have a corral for everybody's needs, and give us a call. We would love to help people figure out which one is right for them.
Yeah, absolutely, and we appreciate your time,
Yes,
but that
thank
is
you.
all the time that we have. But
Yeah.
the good news is, if you want to learn more about everything and even some more that we have talked about today, you can jump online and visit rawhideportablecorral.com.
This was a look at just a handful of the great companies you can find at the annual NCBA Trade Show. There's hundreds more that exhibit each year with products and services aimed at helping beef producers be more profitable. And it's not too early to start making plans to attend next year's event. CattleCon 25 is coming to San Antonio, Texas from February 4th to the 6th. Go to convention.ncba.org for all the details. That wraps up this edition of NCBA's Cattlemen to Cattlemen. Thanks so much for spending time with us. We'll see you again next week, right here on RFD TV.